Hello, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Asher and I'm going to show you how to use Vital. For anyone who's not necessarily in the know, Vital is a free plugin that you can freely download and install into Logic Pro and FL Studio. At least that's what I remember at the very least. If you want a video on the installation process of Vital, then I would recommend checking out this video. Anyway, it is a very cool plugin and I would absolutely recommend it, and I'm going to show you why. So before we even start the tutorial itself, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an 8-bit synth specifically, or a general synth, though how I'm doing it is preferably for an 8-bit synth. Anyway, I'm going to show you how this particular progression sounds without Vital. It is very boring, I think. It is very boring. Anyway, let's go down to AU Instruments, which is at the very bottom. Let's go to Vital Audio, which is just below Apple, if this is the first thing you've downloaded on here, or anywhere, but you've got to find Vital nonetheless. Go further in, Vital, and already you'll get this dashboard. Now you're going to want to go here and change it to basic shapes. Why we want it to be at basic shapes is so we can at least experiment with the shapes like this. So you kind of want to experiment it like that. Now for me preferably, because I normally work with chiptune, I'm going to put it at about 200 frames, give or take. And here is the envelope, or envelope, whichever way you pronounce it. Anyway, the envelope is something that I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it definitely changes the instrument. Because hear this. And if I take it down further, take the sustain. Already, if I just change the instrument just a little bit, make the sustain barely there, and the decay and the attack basically nothing, with the hold, then you'll see with the release, if you mess around with some of the effects here, or here as a matter of fact, you'll see how the dynamic of it sort of changes. So now we have a more Maratu sounding instrument here, and here's the LFO. This also changes the dynamic of how your instrument will sound. For example, I'm not sure how it changed, but it's a weird sine wave thing, because here is another shape similar to it, but not quite. So it's almost like it changes it, sort of. And you can also change it by using the circle thing, by clicking on the circle and then going left or right. You can change it. So I'm gonna go left about here, and then change, and then do the same thing for this one. So now we have two completely different shapes, or an entirely different sounding instrument. Now let's go to effects, which is right next to voice. And and I'm gonna add some funny little things to it, such as delay. Now, let's go to stereo, and let's change the tempo up a bit. The tempo means you can change it ever so slightly, and you can also change it ever so slightly. So I'm going to make the feedback, so I'm going to turn the knob this way so it makes it longer, and then make the cutoff rate a bit low, and then the spread relatively low, so you get this mellow knockabout feeling. And then we're going to go to compressor, which is just above delay. And what we're going to do, turn down the mix, keep it multiband, lower the attack and release, and keep it as it is. As for distortion, we're going to want, for a filter, none, and I'm going to put a hard clip here, but then turn down the mixing. And then we're going to put up chorus, which is just above compressor, because, yeah. We're going to turn the spread down by a lot. We're also going to change down the voices by turning it to 8. We're also going to change the delay, and the depth, and the mix to 0. And you're just about done for how it sounds. And if I say so myself, it sounds extremely different from the classic electric piano, which is this. In fact, I would say Vital sounds a lot more interesting now and a lot more dynamic than the classic electric piano. So one thing I would like to note, because of this, is that one of the best things about Vital is that you don't need to exclusively use it for you don't need to exclusively use this for like chiptune. You can use it for just about any genre, granted you know how to use it right. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye.